Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the Clone Crater. And we've been doing a bunch of digging, and what I found was another oil biome over here, and it looks like another biome that I think is completely surrounded by magma. So I don't know if I'll get into that one. Fun things that have gone on. When I first built my metal refineries, I didn't have any automation. I just figured the steam room would be enough to take the heat out of it. I was wrong. And I found out I was wrong when this metal refinery exploded and dumped super hot crude oil and petroleum all over everything. So, put in some automation and I'm slowly getting the temperature back down in here. I moved this block in so that the water from the steam turbine will help cool down the steam, and then every once in a while I come in and drop the temperature down. By having this room be too hot, my steam turbines produced too much heat, which made my base warm again. Luckily this aquatuner is still doing a good job. Ooh, we have printable. What do we got? Another operator? Yeah. Food, obviously, last video we were just getting over that threshold and now we're up to 500,000. So, plenty of food. One thing I would like to say, now that I've explored most of the map, I went up here and deconstructed the gravitas building to basically get the steel out of it. This has got to be the map with the most water I have ever seen. It is ridiculous. There's a salt geyser, there's a salt geyser, there's a cool steam vent, salt geyser, cool slush geyser. So far I have found polluted water, 11 different vents. Water geyser, salt water geyser, 11 different water vents. I mean, if you want to try the 100 dupe challenge, your main restriction is not having enough water to make oxygen. This map has it. I mean, as long as you ignore the magma, 11 different water geysers. My one chlorine vent, which I'm going to use for squeaky puffs here shortly. There might be something else in there, but who knows when I'll get to see it. There was some hot stuff over here, but now this pump is going to pump out everything that's not chlorine, just to make this whole room chlorinated. Once this becomes active, I'll try to get a squeaky puff farm going on. I went and tamed this volcano. Of course, it just went dormant. There was a lot of mopping to get this one little plug of crude oil to go around. So it's not super active, but it's a minor volcano, so it doesn't need to be. And then I'm using a thermal regulator just to cool down these and that pump. So far so good. This top refinery is just doing steel. That's why that one is always a little bit hotter and takes longer to cool off. This other one's doing everything else. Otherwise, the temperature's coming down. It was like 270 in here. So now we're already down to 252, slowly getting it down to 200. I put in some automation for ceramic so I can start making high temperature pipes. And this system's working out pretty well. I did manually turn on this. This all turned into a solid block and I just figured turn on, let the robo miner go for it. Otherwise it's been working quite well. Is that a puff prints? Perfect. I actually want the puff prints down here, but not until I have chlorine. How's the temperature down here? Okay, so some of that's hot, but not stupidly so. So let me just queue up all this nice digging in fossil. And then it's about time to queue up space. So we'll get this queued up and then we'll head up top. All right, that's queued. They'll come down and start digging that. And how are we on steel. Obviously, I haven't been producing enough of it. And just one last time, let me zoom back out. The space biome mix around here is just hilarious. Like, yeah, this much biome above the void of space. That is a new one for me. Oh, there's another puff prince up here. Are these done? Oh, shit. I clicked outside the game and ended up at the bottom of the map. Just about, right? Yeah, but I don't have any more steel. Well, that's fine. I can queue up the sea miners over here and then put the doors in later. All right, let me get those queued up. And now that I've figured out how to use the blueprint mod, that goes much easier. I mean, it might not be perfect, but it is pretty darn good. All right, those are now queued. I gotta, connect some pipes, but that's no problem. I like it. All right, let's queue up the space scanners. Oh, that was nice and relatively painless, queuing up all of space. Ooh, that's one thing I do need. I just realized I need petroleum or crude oil to put in there to interact with things, and that means I should also think about the molecular forge. Just about fits right there. Let's move our segment up, deconstruct buildings. And we're also slowly working on plastic ladders. I can probably queue up more of that. Oh yeah. Still gotta tame this. Oh, almost had enough. Tame this copper volcano. I'll move these ladder segments out of the way. Oh no, this has been a really fun map. Obviously dealing with super hot magma room over here, but there's another one over there. There's this one hooks all the way around. Whatever's in the middle. Definitely makes you think. I'm trying to decide if I just want to boil all of this water off. Just let all that steam go up into space. Seems like such a waste. All that polluted water I could be using down here in the Thimbleweed farm. Anyway, while I would think about that, we'll let the dupes get caught up what's happening over here. Okay, so that's just now starting to solidify, which is then reducing this magma into chunks. But that magma being chunks is fine as long as it's sitting on top of the rock. And you're about to go dormant. Alright, well I might have to turn this off for a while, because if that goes dormant and this cools down too much. But that being said, I've got 5,000 kilograms per tile of petroleum. That can definitely keep working long enough to fuel me till it becomes active again. Cool deal. Alright, I need to put in some location shortcuts. So up here will be Control 2. I was bringing power up over here, so we can put in a power box. Let's connect that. And where am I going to put the rockets? How tall is this? I mean, having these biomes up here means that rocket exhaust is going to be an actual problem. What was that, 40 something? Wish you could make the text on the dig command bigger. Yeah, it looks like 44. Okay. Well, that's more than big enough for most rockets. And if, I put the cargo rockets over here, they can be shorter. But before I can do any of that, I need steel. Cool. All right, let's let them build, and then we'll be back. So they're building this, and I realized I got distracted earlier. The reason I was thinking about the molecular forge in regards to space is you need a way of the dupes getting their hands on petroleum. So you need like a pitcher pump and some way of them pumping out petroleum to make stuff in the molecular forge. Oh, and you of course immediately got yourself stuck, because that's what dupes do. And say send a green signal if you are below 5. I don't need much petroleum in there, but I do need some. And there we go. I mean, it's going to be hot, but I've got enough cooling running around. That will eventually cool itself off. And there's also, just bottles of stuff everywhere. Yeah, what a mess. Not my neatest of bases, that is for sure. And that's just pumping away. Really would like to see what's in that biome, but there's just no good way of getting there when it's surrounded by magma. And we got a whole bunch of tropical pacu living in oil. I wonder if I can drop some flour in there and heat it up and have fried fish. I think we'll make this a short video. Mostly it's just an update on I found more lead, more fossil, more oil. The 11 water geysers that I've found so far. Maybe there's one more just to bring it up to a nice even dozen. If you let your steam room get too hot, your metal refineries will explode. Don't let that happen. But food sorted, and once we get our hands on some steel, where are we at? Ooh, 100 kilograms. Then I can start making doors, scan, and making rockets. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoy playing the game and have a wonderful day.